Welcome to the video. Today I've got a classic tune for you. It's called Highway Song and it's by the band Blackfoot. You'll find two versions of this song. One's about 4.5 minutes long and one's 7 minutes long. So we're going to do that epic 7-minute version in this video. Blackfoot were a southern rock band. They were from Jacksonville, just like the Allman Brothers and Leonard Skinner, but they're a little bit harder rock than those other two bands. The bass player from Blackfoot is Greg T. Walker. He also did a stint with Leonard Skinner and played in other southern rock bands as well. I've written out the whole 7 minutes of Greg T. Walker's bass line and it's a real cracker. He's such a musical player. When you listen to the bass line, you'll hear that he's very creative and inventive. You can pick up the free transcription on a PDF in standard notation and tab by clicking the link below this video in the description. So as I said at the beginning of this video, this is an epic 7-minute long bass line. I'm not going to teach you it note for note because that would take me forever. I'm going to pick out the main sections, but there is the transcription so you can get the exact bass line and work through it after you've seen this video. The bass line uses lots of running 16th note patterns. It's actually a little bit reminiscent of a classical bass line, something that you might find in a Bach 2-part harmony. I'd love to find out more about Greg T. Walker's background because he's a really interesting bass player and he plays slightly different to what you kind of expect normally in rock. The intro starts with guitar and then the bass comes in with the drums. We've got this pickup E to B and then we're into the guitar break. This song has quite a slow tempo. It's about 66 beats per minute. You can think of it as double speed, but it's better to kind of think like this kind of pulse. And then it kind of speeds up. By the end of the whole song, it's about 78 BPM. Okay, so it's great to hear that. As you get more energy, the song speeds up. The chord progression for the guitar break is half a bar of E minor, a beat of C and a beat of D. Okay, and then the same thing again, and then we've got half a bar of C, half a bar of D over F sharp, half a bar of E minor, and half a bar of B. We've got a slash chord there, D over F sharp, so the F sharp is the main note that we play in the bass here. I'll play you the bass line from the guitar break, just have a listen. Okay, because it's down that bottom part of the fretboard, we've got options there for the A and the D to play them open or fretted. It's entirely up to you. I'm kind of doing a mixture of both. The beats here are often divided into 16th notes. Ba, 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 ba. And we've got this pattern as well. Ba, 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 ba. So ba, 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 ba. On the C and the D. Okay. That first bar. Okay, that's a running scale there all the way from E up to the top E. That's E natural minor scale. Okay, so that's used a lot in this bass line. Okay, so first of all, I'd run E natural minor scale because a lot of these patterns come from that scale. And then the whole bass line would fall under your fingers a lot easier. And then the second bar. Okay, still those notes from E natural minor. Third bar. And then. So on that last bar, we've got an A sharp and then an A natural, okay? But that whole pattern is just based on those notes from the E minor scale, okay? The E minor natural scale. So you only need to move out of position when you play the A sharp and you're back in here, okay? You can kind of stay in this position for the rest of the guitar break. Okay, I'm going to play that through a little bit slower. Have a listen or play it through with me. 3, 4. Okay, so there are lots of different rhythms in there. It's really, really interesting 4 bars really to start the song off. The verses use the same chord progression as the guitar break, so that's quite easy. It's just double in length. Greg T. Walker plays a very similar bass line at the start of verse 1 as in the guitar break. It's just the 4th bar is a little bit different, and then he plays some more variations. Okay, so he starts like this, same as the guitar break. Okay, that last bar there. A slightly different rhythm at the beginning. And then he carries on the same. So that bar there is different there. That's bar 19. And that's really nice. He puts some pull-offs there. Okay, so you don't pluck the second note. They work better when you play them faster. It just adds a bit of variety. That's a bit of articulation there. If I didn't play with the pull-offs, it would sound like this. Okay, with the pull-offs. Okay, when you're pulling off, you kind of try and pluck the note that you're leaving. Like that. Okay, but if you're playing it fast, that note, you should be able to hear it. This is all E natural minor scale. Just extending it, okay? And then the next bar. Okay, lots of notes there. Let's just try that bar 19. I'll play it first for you. Play it with me. 3, 4. Okay, now I'm not expecting you to be able to play this straight away. I'm rushing through it because they're kind of 7 minutes of this bass line, but you've got it on the PDF. Just work those through slowly, but if you do know the natural minor scale, it kind of falls under the fingers, all right? Bar 20. So I use an open A there. I don't use the open D, you can do. You can use the open D if you want. And then that last bar. And then it will go down to A, okay? So you can see they're the same sort of patterns here in the verse as the guitar break, just some slight variations each time. Verse 2 is pretty much the same as verse 1 with just some other variations, but I'll leave you to work those out from the PDF. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. You can press the red subscribe button in the corner of the screen, and if you click the bell and select all, then you'll get notified as soon as I release a new video. We'll move on to the choruses now. The 3 choruses get longer in length each time, but they're pretty similar. We'll look at chorus 2. The chord progression is a bar of A minor, a bar of D, a bar of E minor, a bar of C, and a bar of D. So actually I didn't say at the beginning of the video, but this is all in the key of E minor. I'll play that chorus through for you. There's a really nice note at the end there. I'll talk it through then. So we start on A minor. Up to D. Okay, you can use the open A or the fretted A. That D bar uses D major pentatonic. Goes up to the E there. Okay, comes down, it's descending. D, D sharp, E. Okay, so those 2 bars. I kind of slide up to that E. Don't have to, but it's quite nice. And the next bar. Okay, so we've got a nice slide on the E. And then a bar of C. Okay, and then D. You can slide, so here I'll go up to the D there because we're going to play that high B there, okay, on the 12th, 13th, 14th, 16th fret, okay, so from D, slide, you could do a hammer on, but I slide. So again, that's the pentatonic scale. The major pentatonic scale, okay, for that lick. And then we slide down from high B. Okay? After chorus 2, we have the bridge, and this is where Greg T. Walker introduces some double stops. If you haven't played double stops before, it's just where you ring out 2 notes at once, like this. Okay, so just pluck with your 1st and 2nd finger. Okay, these ones are fifths. Okay, root and fifth, those patterns. Okay, I'll play you the bridge. Okay, so we've got them on C, so root 5th, on D, and E as well, okay? This rhythm. Okay. And then we go down to B. Okay? Do you want to try that line with me? So 3, 4. And then A. Okay. And then down to E. So they're really fun to play, those double stops. There are a few more later on. They're really effective for fattening out the bass line. Other players like Andy Fraser from Free does them a lot. They're really good to kind of have in your toolbox, okay? And you can do them with octaves, okay, or fifths, or thirds, okay, or tenth. Okay, but this kind of power chord here is really good with fifths. Then verse 3 is quite different. We've got a really melodic part here, so it's another kind of idea or technique that Greg T. Walker introduces into this bass line. Really nice here. Okay, so we're coming off on a pull off from G to F sharp. Okay. Down to C. Okay, so E, C, D. Just try that. We're just looping those 2 bars. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Okay, so in 4 and. Okay, so get ready there on high G on the 12th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4 and. Okay, and then it changes, so we play this back to C again, back to D, back to E, okay, so and then this. Okay, so that's a really nice section there. Check that out from the PDF. Verse 3 carries on with the similar kind of thing that we played at the beginning. Okay, so just more notes really, busier. Okay, just more 16th notes in there. We've got another pull off. Greg T. Walker is developing this bass line all the time as we go through the song. The second bridge is shorter than the first bridge, but it has a similar chord progression. This bridge doesn't use double stops and it's a bit busier, okay? So it's got this rhythm here. Okay. So that's E up to the octave E and then back down to open E again. So the second 2 bars, we've got kind of lots of 16th notes and then running chromatic patterns. Again, you can use the open A. Entirely up to you, okay? I'll play you the whole of the bridge. Okay, then it goes on. Then we have the epic guitar solo. So this is the length of what we've played already again. So one of the versions just fades out a few kind of maybe 4 bars into the guitar solo. So you don't have to learn the whole guitar solo. You can kind of do that version. Also, I'm not going to teach you all the bass line here. It's all on the PDF, but I'm going to pick out some important parts of this bass line. So it really gets faster here. It gets busier. This is the real business end of the bass line. So it definitely gets a lot faster here than at the beginning of the song. If you play the song all the way through, hear the tempo at the end and then start it again, you'll be really surprised at how slow it is. The chord progression for the guitar solo just loops the following sequence: half a bar of E minor, half a bar of C, half a bar of D, half a bar of E minor, and then half a bar of E minor, half a bar of C, half a bar of B minor, and half a bar of E minor. I'll now show you the first time round the guitar solo. So Greg T. Walker introduces this arpeggio pattern here, and we've got those on the C and the Ds. Okay, so this arpeggio: root, third, fifth, root, third, fifth. Okay, so a major triad. He uses that quite a lot, okay? So make sure you've got that shape under your fingers. Root, major third, fifth on C. Root, major third, fifth on D. So we're moving from E minor to C. Okay, so the same kind of pattern, E natural minor scale with a little pickup note here, up to the D. So you can hear that scale being used all the time again. It is fast, but these, for the most part, these patterns do fall under the fingers. So for this bit, make sure that you nail down those arpeggio shapes. I'll now show you some of the other variations in the bass line that really stand out for this guitar solo. First of all, we'll look at bars 82 to 83. There's this kind of root fifth pattern, this kind of rock pattern here. Okay, so we've got this kind of root and fifth, but we're playing it below. You could use the open A, and then up to E. Okay. On C. Okay. So they are quite fast. All right. You just got to kind of work out how you're going to play them. When I play them, for example, on E, I use little finger and third finger like that. On C, I'll just use my first finger. I kind of bar it a little bit, but you've got to try and jump between them so you don't hold it down like that. Okay, and move between the notes. Sometimes you have to bar stuff. So again, from bar 82 I'll play it. From D I'll use the open A. Again, it changes again. Okay, so make sure you get those under your fingers, these patterns. They come back a few times in the guitar solo. If we look at bars 89 to 94, we've got more double stops. Okay, so root fifth double stops again. Okay, but we're playing off the beat. So the first one we play it in beat 1, but we play on the ands. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. Okay, so that second bar, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We play just after 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. Let's play the first two bars, so bars 89 and 90. Get ready on E. 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and again 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, it does that a few times and then it moves on. Root fifth patterns again, but this time we've got the fifth above. Okay, and then if we move on to bars 113 to 116, we've got a different idea again, a staccato, which is short kind of eighth note patterns, like this. So it really kind of opens up the bass line there. Okay, so you're moving around quite a lot and changing position there. So it is a hard bass line, especially for the guitar solo. There's lots to learn here, but you can get it all from the PDF. So I'll leave you to work through the guitar solo. Take your time with this. It's a real epic. There is standard notation and tab. So I've got the exact bass line written down so you can work through it at your own speed. Well, that's the epic bass line from Highway Song by Blackfoot. So we've got everything in this bass line: double stops, 16th note runs, melodic lines, interesting rhythmic patterns. So Greg T. Walker's a really fantastic bass line, and this is a real study piece. It's worth kind of just dipping into and out of, and then see if you can play it through with the original song. Well, I'd love to know what you thought of this video. Let me know by leaving a comment below, and if you've got any other kind of Blackfoot or Greg T. Walker bass lines or songs that you really like, then let me know below in the comments. And I'm on a bit of a southern rock drive at the moment. I did some Leonard Skinner last lesson, some ZZ Top. So any other suggestions, I'll always put them down on my list. Don't forget to help me out by liking and sharing this video, and also subscribing to my channel here on YouTube. And if you felt you got value at this lesson, you can always buy me a coffee. They're $5. The details are at the bottom of the screen here, or you can click the links below in the description. And also, don't forget to head over to my website, gbshed.com. There's a free masterclass on the homepage that you can get. We've got some bass courses and bass books, so check that out. That's gbshed.com. This is Greg from Greg's Bass Shed. Hopefully see you very soon in the next video.